Welcome everyone to IOR Season 3. We are now today starting the new season of IOR. Long time since last season ended, almost 2 months ago, with our the final round at Abu Dhabi where the championship was decided, and we had our new champions, Slippery Cucumber. So now, previously raced for the Red Bull team, today racing for the Williams team. So we have our champion here on track, 14 people racing today. Drivers already started going out of the pit lane. First driver to come out is the Alpine of Lesad, a new driver, just joined the league today. We have some new faces, some old faces here racing today. We are going to see who is going to win this race today, this season opener at Brazil. Completely different calendar than at last season we had. We are going to go on board with Lesat, who is the first driver going to do a flying lap today. After him we have the Red Bull of Virtuoso, who raced 2 in the last race last season at Abu Dhabi. Today is racing at the Red Bull. So we are going to compare lap times now. There goes Lesat into turn 1. Taking all the curve now into the inside, also taking the curve at the exit of the corner, going all he can to the inside. Final corner for Lesat is doing a 49.6 if I'm not wrong, into sector 2. Now gonna go into the finish line and time is gonna be... It's a 1:05.9. Very fast time there by Lesat. Now we're going to go on board with Virtuoso. He's gonna cross the finish line and it's going to be 16.3, 4 times lower than Lesat. Lesat doing a very fast time there, 4 times faster than Virtuoso. Now Jana goes up into P3 at 16.5. Only 3 people have set a time now. Now Modi is driving for Red Bull, also a new driver today, to the finish line up into P5 at 18.6. Then Tuntu and the mediums does a 18.7. Dundee 16.6. Now basically sets a 17.1, this time racing in the Aston Martin. Last season raced for the Williams team. On board with Stanley now. We already know that he likes to go on his first shot with the medium tires. What time is he going to be able to set? It's a P8, 17.9. Lesat at the moment being the fastest by 4 tenths in front of Virtuoso. Now Thales up into P3, 16.3. We are now on board with our champion, Slippery Cucumber, warming up his tires. He's gonna try to go for a lap on the mediums. Now, what time can he do on those set of medium tires? There he goes. Gonna start his flying lap, taking all the track by the outside. Gonna go on board lap with Slippery Cucumber, going all the way through the outside now, taking the curb. Also using all the curb into the exit of the corner, taking a massive amount of curb there. Now into the outside. The effect of taking so much curb at 16.5. It's a purple sector for Slippery Cucumber with the medium tires. Now Thales goes up into P2 at 16.2. He's now gonna meet with Virtuoso, currently on P3 on the leaderboard. Oh, and Cucumber goes off the track there, so that's definitely gonna cost him some time. Cucumber does now a 17.0, but that time definitely doesn't count because he made a mistake there, so now he invalidates this lap, so definitely not gonna be an improvement for him. On board with Virtuoso, who I'm not sure if he's on a flying lap or not. Purple sector 1 for him, as it says. Not really sure if that's true, but we are going to keep following him. And Cucumber's DNF the race. What happened to Slippery Cucumber? So Cucumber is not gonna be starting on pole today because for some reason he's crashed. What's happened there to Slippery Cucumber? So this is interesting. Who's gonna be on pole now that Slippery Cucumber is out? We didn't have a different pole sitter apart from him in, well, a long time, and well, Baraka Cup, who unfortunately is not racing with us this season. They were the title. The battle for the title was between the two of them last season. To now, we don't know who is going to be Cucumber's rival on this season. Virtuoso now sets a very fast time, but only enough to get into second place, but getting closer into Lesat, who can take his first ever pole in his first race at IOR. Nine more minutes remaining in this qualifying session. We're on board with Bialo now, who is this time racing for the AlphaTauri. Last season raced for Red Bull team. Invalidates his lap, I think, in the same corner that Secret Dundee did. Secret Dundee now teaming with Bialo at AlphaTauri. We are quickly going to go into check our commentary box. We've got some commentaries from our viewers who want to know their opinions on our first race of this third season of IOR. Third season already, first race on 2021 game. We have a commentary from Taha El Masisi. He says, show Bialo come. We are now on board with Bialo. He is setting a flying lap currently. Went a bit off the track there, and he's gonna abort his lap. He's gonna try to go for a new one. And well, Slippery Comber, what place Cockomber going to start this race? On board with Thales now, racing at his home race at Brazil. Hasn't ever raced here in IOR story. There have been 2 races in IOR at Brazil, and he hasn't been in any of those. So it's gonna be his first race in Brazil in IOR. So invalidates his lap time there, but a very strong P3 for him at the moment. So it looks going to be a battle for pole between Lesat, Virtuoso and Thales. Could be. Joseph Besley now up into P4, also doing very strong times there. On board with Secret Dundee, who's going to the pit lane, not going to complete a lap. Now we're on board with Virtuoso, who is improving on Sector 1 only by 35 thousandths of a second. We are going to go on board with his lap because it could be the pole lap. He is now only 1/10 behind Lesat. Virtuoso, a driver who already has a lot of poles in IOR. Has a round of 3 poles, if I'm not wrong, in IOR story. Now improving 1/10, that would be enough to place him up into P1. We have to see his final sector still. DRS enabled for him. Is he going to place into P1 or not? There he goes into the finish line. P1 for Virtuoso by 1/10, 15.8. Could be another pole for this guy, who already has, if I'm not wrong, 3 pole positions in IOR story. Four minutes remaining to finish quali. Everyone still has a chance to do one more shot. We're going now on board with Bialo once again. Hasn't been able to improve too much from his previous time, at least on Sector 2. Completes his time, improves only 50 thousandths of a second behind his teammate. Now Yutagomo goes up into P4. Very fast time by him there. It's gonna be a very close battle for the win today. It's very close between most people here. Secret Dundee now up into P5. We are now on board with Lesat, one of our drivers who's fighting for pole position today. We'll see if he is gonna be able to improve against Virtuoso, but Virtuoso is also starting a flying lap right now. But we're gonna go on board with Lesat because I think this is going to be, yeah, their last shot of the two of them. Virtuoso comes behind Lesat. Lesat improving 39 thousandths of a second in Sector 2. That's not gonna be enough to put him in front of Virtuoso, but we are still missing the last sector. Is this gonna be enough for taking pole position today? There he goes into the finish line, and it's gonna be P1 for Lesat by 62 thousandths of a second. Now we have to go on board with Virtuoso. 62 thousandths of a second could decide our pole sitter today. He's going 8 thousandths slower on Sector 2, but he still misses this final part of the lap. Is it gonna be enough or not to take that pole position back from Lesat? Into the finish line goes Virtuoso, and it's gonna be P2 by only 43 thousandths of a second. Provisional pole position for Lesat now. Jane goes up into P4. So we have a new pole sitter in IOR. It's gonna be Lesat, who is gonna take his first ever pole in his first ever race in IOR. P1, but by only 43 thousandths of a second. Nothing is set yet. Race is going to be very close between many people here. Lesat P1, Virtuoso P2, Thales P3, Jane P4, Yutagomo P5, Dundee P6, Vesely P7, Stanley P8, Bialo P9, the 9 of them in less than a second of distance. Bialo still to complete a flying lap. Can he give us a surprise today? There he goes, and goes into P9, improves, defeating Stanley by 1 thousandth of a second, but it's Lesat who's going to be on pole position today. Oh, Danger Time sets a flying lap now, up into P3, splits Thales and Virtuoso. So there was another contender for pole, also a new driver, so we have two very strong drivers here. P1 and P3, Virtuoso between them and P2, and well, we have the, see what Slippery Cucumber will do starting on P13 this race. Very close qualifying session, and definitely nothing is set before the race starts. Well, we have dry weather for this race today, but it's very dark. The sky looks very dark, so there's the chance of rain coming. Well, this game's crazy many times, but never discard rain. And Brazil, a track like Brazil, we know that historically is recognized for having very one of the best one of the best races in F1 are being many of those in Brazil in a wet race. We can talk a bit about the strategy on this track. Maybe a soft medium strategy, only one stop. I think it's possible.